Nostalgia might get people talking, but nostalgia alone won't sell cars, especially in a cutthroat segment. But the new Tata Sierra might beg to differ. It might have shaken things up a bit, sure, but it still has a tough competition to steal a piece of pie from. And so, to add a weight to its name, the narrative is offering more. So, Tata Sierra is offering more of everything. You have the diesel, you have the petrol, you have the turbo petrol, and now there's an EV. The Tata Sierra EV is here not to build up on the nostalgia, but to make us fall in love with the name all over again. But has it managed to do that? That's exactly what we are here to find out. You're watching Car and Bike, I'm Bilal, but before we go ahead, you know the drill. It's like, share and subscribe to the Car and Bike YouTube channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon as well so that you can be notified every time we bring out a new and informative video such as this one. Now I've driven both ICE derivatives of the standard Sierra, that is the turbo petrol engine and the diesel as well. Apart from that, I've also extensively driven the Tata Harrier EV with the QWD. And lastly, back home, I have spent last few weeks daily driving the Hyundai Creta electric. So the Sierra EV right here has a really tough benchmark to impress me. And it does impress me by the effortlessness it offers behind the wheel. Now, I genuinely love the ergonomics of the new Sierra, be it the visibility, the ergonomics, or the overall way things are laid out. The same can be said about the Sierra EV as well. Behind the wheel, the visibility is superb, the ergonomics, although not the best, but it's still a great place to be in. Now, I've noticed a similar trait in the Harrier EV as well, where I drove it after the standard diesel Harrier, and the Harrier EV, it felt so refined, so vibration free, and so effortless to drive. The same trait remains with the Sierra EV as well, because overall the dynamics of it being a daily driver, in one word, it is quite effortless. You get used to the overall controls and the ergonomics quite easily, and that is not something that you can casually say about a standard ICE car. Now, talking about acceleration, here I would like to bring in the comparison with the Creta Electric. Now, very similar to the Creta Electric, the acceleration, it's pretty smooth, linear, predictable, and immediate. Sure, it is quick or fast, I would say, with a sub 6 seconds 0 to 100 time, but there's that punch which is usually associated with electric cars, that punch in a gut feeling of acceleration, that is missing over here. Now, it's not a bad thing in my opinion, because initially manufacturers were just showing off with that punch in the gut acceleration with EVs where they had all the torque right from the word go. Now this acceleration in most of the EVs, it has become more smooth rather than smothering. In terms of ride quality, you can feel that the suspension has been tuned for comfort more than anything else. In a typical Tata fashion, it is soaking up bad roads or broken roads without constantly reminding you about them. Yet, in the very brief moments and the even briefer corners around the coast that we could push it, it didn't feel too floaty around the corners. Low center of gravity owing to the battery placement combined with a well-balanced suspension setup meant it could actually hold a very clean line, and there was a sense of stability through the fast bends too. Now, all is not exactly perfect over here. The one thing I would want to complain about are the brakes. Now, an EV ought to have a one-pedal setup nowadays. Hyundai Creta, it does that really well. Over here, one pedal setup, it's not exactly as strong as it should be. Even in my highest regen setting, L3, once I let go of the throttle, the braking in or the brake energy regeneration that kicks in, it's not as prominent or as strong as I expected it to be. Because even when I'm using the brake pedal myself, the response or the feel from the brake pedal or the performance of the braking, it's not as good as I expected it to be. But all said and done, the Sierra EV, it's not trying to be a performance SUV. It's only trying to be a comfortable, confidence-inspiring family SUV. And in that role, it does feel at home. And that's the biggest compliment I could give it right now.
All the things you think is wrong with you.
So this is basically seventh all-electric car from Tata, and I'm not even considering the updates the current EV portfolio has already received. So Tata EV division definitely know what they are doing when it comes to powertrain and even when it comes to the design. Now the standard Sierra got a lot of things right. It is upright, boxy, has clean lines and a futuristic appeal. So the Sierra EV didn't have to do a lot. It capitalized on the design and with all intents and purposes looks the part. I for one love the way the Sierra looks, especially its design and the color scheme as well. But what's your opinion about its styling? Do you think it is a better looking car compared to the Hyundai Creta EV, or do you think it should have been more radical like the Mahindra BE6? Let us know your opinion in the comments. And like the exterior, step inside and the same philosophy continues. The standard Sierra is so modern, so decked up, and so feature loaded that this EV version didn't have to take any effort to stand out. Its dashboard is clean, layered and dominated by three large screens, but thankfully it doesn't feel too big or intimidating if you're upgrading from a regular family SUV. The material quality is impressive too. Visibility is excellent as I said earlier, and there's a genuine sense of space thanks to the large glass house. The seats are comfortable, the second row has plenty of room, and there are enough storage spaces for everyday family duties. And then there are all the features you would expect today. Connected tech, ADAS, sunroof, a large one that is, premium audio and a lot more. And there are also features which are usually associated with really premium cars such as auto parking, reverse assist and many more. And at this point, I'm pretty sure many of you are waiting and wondering, why haven't I talked about the range yet? Now, firstly, today it wasn't the right time to do a proper range test. More specifically because these are newer cars with barely triple-digit numbers on their odometer. So the run-ins are yet to be done. Secondly, these press cars, they need at least couple of cycles of charging and discharging under normal conditions to get their proper real-world range figures, which I can actually confirm on and tell you that yeah, this system or this battery pack and this motor could give you this realistic condition. It needs to be driven at least couple of cycles, full charge and discharge to give you that figure, which isn't the ideal condition which I can do on a first drive right now. And lastly, the C75 figures with the 75 kilowatt battery pack, it's almost 500 kilometers. Now the Harrier EV with the same 75 kilowatt battery pack and quad wheel drive in my tested real world range did around 400 kilometers. Now compared to the Harrier EV, this one it's smaller, lighter and I think comparatively slightly more aerodynamic. So this one on paper should give you a slightly better figure than 400 kilometers in my honest opinion. We will definitely test out the Sierra EV for a proper 100% to 0% range test in the realistic condition when we get the car back home. Right now, I could say let's do a give and take. 500 kilometers is what Tata says, 400 kilometers is what I expect it to do. Let's stick to a midway at 450 kilometers. So can you create an icon twice? Well, honestly, it is a tough task because you see, in a C SUV segment, the electric options are very limited. The Tata Curvv EV, it tried and failed. The Creta EV sales figures aren't a great shake either. And the Honda Elevate Electric, it's yet to show its face. So this one, the Tata Sierra EV, it has a huge task at its hand because it has to pull the buyers into buying an EV when there are so many great options available out there. Its narrative of offering more works in many ways, and at a price benefit over the Harrier EV, it offers a great appeal too. The new Sierra is a genuinely good SUV and a huge improvement in the Tata lineup, and the same can be said about this new EV as well. It is comfortable, It is easy to drive, very capable, looks and feels properly modern, it is practical, feature loaded, and more importantly, it simply works. Nostalgia might have bought the Sierra nameplate back, but after spending a day with this one, I think it has a great potential of creating a whole new generation of memories. And that's how perhaps an icon is reborn or born again. And I hope and pray that this one, it doesn't fade away so easily. And that's all from me in this video. I hope you liked it. And if you did, do hit that like button and share this video with someone who's looking to buy a CSUV and might consider an EV alternative. And if you have any other questions regarding this car or any other car, please write them down in the comments and I promise we will address them all personally. And that's all from me in this video. This is Bilal signing off. Until next time.